Alright, welcome to episode 2 of The Isle. Following on from my last episode that ended rather briefly at the hands of a vicious raptor. In this one, this is approximately an hour and a half into our gameplay. We are still attempting to become a Prime Rex. We have spawned in, found ourselves waiting out the night on this riverbed over the delta. And now we're going to consider trying to find some food because the immediate consideration when you start in is losing those dietary requirement bars, which will invalidate the prime journey and make you infertile. I think we all know where this is going, and it's going to result in me once again trying to fight a deer. Too early. I think the difficult part about an early Rex journey is probably the first couple of 100 kilos, where you're not really a self-sufficient hunter, and it just takes such a long time to grow. It can be several hours of in-game time. You can see I was 56 kilos at that point. You can also see that by clicking the asset location, I'm now starting to navigate the world by the map. Interesting to note here that I just learnt what mud does and how mud works, and that I had identified and just literally implemented while recording a addition to the map that added mud. So I can see where mud is, and I can now, in my other screen, track the pools of mud. Little 60-kilo Rex here, thinking I'm getting the upper hand on this slow-to-react deer, who then whoops my ass. I don't know how to fight deer yet. I imagine it's just to be much bigger than them, but there doesn't really seem to be an angle to attack from, and I am obviously not bringing the right caliber of weapon to this hunt. So yeah, I've given it my all to fight off this deer, and I don't think it's going to end well. He has severely injured me. So, and I'm still missing. Half my health is bleeding out, going bright red. I kind of need to be worried about surviving now. And that was a failed hunt. So I think resting should stop bleeding and heal you, restore your stamina. But at this point, I located where I was on the map, looked for the nearest mud location, and thought, I'm just going to try and find it because I don't think I'm going to survive if I don't find it. So in a complete panic here, I very, very carefully run to the mud and completely miss the giant dinosaur eating someone on the right-hand side. Sure, if you pause and go back there, you'll see that there was some sort of giant carnivorous animal that I've completely ignored to roll around in this mud. This is not quite the survival instincts that I should be demonstrating. I think this is a mistake for several reasons. One, I got my ass whooped by a deer. Two, I very barely survived with no health by finding a mud pool by the stroke of luck while I was creating a mini-map in another monitor. Managed to navigate to the mud. I didn't quite plan this out well. I'm starting to realize that getting food as a young Rex is not easy. You kind of need to scavenge a little bit more. I think this is kind of leading me to think about a strategy change. And that strategy change might be I need to be more coastal and I need to be fighting things that are hopefully not as big or as violent as I am. So that was not an ideal hunt, and now I'm essentially just trying to rest, just recover, get some stamina back. If I can get out there and get some sort of animal, um, if I can pick something off relatively quickly, I can fuel up my dietary requirements and still get this prime. I'm almost 60 kilos. This is, probably about an hour into this life cycle of game time, about an hour and 45 minutes into my journey to get a prime Rex. So it's obviously not going too well yet. And I'm a bit worried that I'm not going to make it here. But all we can do at the moment is sort of just lick our wounds, right? We lost that fight. We need to recover. Diet's low, health is low, but we are healing. So we're gonna make it, guys. Right? We're gonna live to fight another day. We're gonna pick ourselves up by our bootstraps. We're gonna get back out there. It looks safe. No one's around. It's a nice little rainy rest-in scenario. You can just breathe easy, breathe for a second. That was close, but we made it. I mean, it's super time consuming when you think about it. Like, it takes you an hour just to grow 5 kilos, and then another hour to grow another 5 kilos. It does speed up as you get bigger in terms of like how quickly you put on size. But in the initial stages, when you're a little baby, it's just so slow, and you need to spend all your time in a bush, just hiding, and then you try to fight a deer, and it whoops your ass. Like, the only benefit is that your hunger and food don't go down super fast as a baby Rex, so it's not a major concern. But yeah, there are other issues. There's predators to worry about. There's other deers and sheep, pigs, fish, Dinosuchus. That sounded a bit loud. I think we need to eat soon, or we are going to potentially lose our prime availability, and we're going to have to start another run, which will be another hour and something wasted. I think the rain's kind of settling. I hear something nearby. Hello. Goodbye. What the fuck? Baby Rex. That's the end of attempt number 2. Yeah. Guess I should have hid my tracks better.